Hello and welcome back again to my channel for today's tutorial. I'm still your friend the needle one. Sincerely from my heart, I want to appreciate you guys for your goodwill messages during my birthday. Thank you guys so very much for the love you've shown me. Thank you for being a part of my life and my family. I appreciate you guys so very much. And then to the business of today. So this is what we shall be discussing today as requested by one of you. The measurement we shall be needing is just our waist measurement, our blouse hip, that is this lower part, to determine how wide or how fitted you want it to be. Then our bust measurement, that is for the back. Then we'll measure the length of your blouse or top. Then for this front, you are going to measure from this upper part of my bust to the under bust, as I'm pointing at it, from this part to the under bust, then from here, which is my waistline, to the desired length of our top. Thank you very much. Let's just get started. I'll be cutting the back panel first of all, and the length of the top from the back is going to be 17 inches. I'll be adding 2 inches more as my seam allowance and for the fold down at the hemline, so I'll be measuring 19 inches, which is here. I'll also measure 2 inches for my zip allowance. If you like, you can put your zip by the side. If you like, you can put it at the back. For this one, I'll be putting at the back, but you can still do your zip at the side. My shoulder measurement is 16, that is 8, even though I will not be needing it, but let it just be here for now. Alright, my bust measurement is 42, divided into 4 will give us 10.5. which is here. I folded this back panel into 2, so I'm cutting both sides of the back at the same time. 10.5, which is here. I will also add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. My waist measurement is 36, divided into 4 will give us 9. I will also add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. And then for my blouse hip, I'm going to be using a blouse hip for this top. For my blouse hip, I'll be using 44, divided into 2 will give us 11. Sorry, divided into 4 will give us 11. I'll also add my 2 inches extra for seam allowance. Okay, so I'm going to now go ahead and join my body measurements. So here we go. This is my bust, my waist, my blouse hip. So this is what we have. Okay, I would also like to insert a neckline for the back. I don't want it straight like this. I can choose to go down by 2 inches, by 3 inches, as the case may be. I will use 3 inches. Okay, remember this is my shoulder measurement, which I earlier said I don't need. This is our zip allowance. My shoulder is 8 inches, and I'll be using a spaghetti hand for this top. Now what I will do is, I will choose where I want my spaghetti to fall. Assuming we are putting a normal sleeve, our sleeve should come here. This is supposed to form our armhole. I'm putting a spaghetti. The spaghetti hand is not going to hang at this armhole measurement. It has to fall between here and the neck measurement, the neckline measurement. That is between this my shoulder measurement and the neck measurement. So I can choose to go in by 2 inches. You can still choose to go in by 2.5 inches, but for me, I will use 2 inches for this spaghetti hand. Now what I will do is just to draw out my neckline. I hope you understand what I did. So this is my neckline. Now I went in by 2 inches. Now from that 2 inches, I'm going to form just a small armhole. I hope you understood what I did. If you like, if you don't want it tight at your armhole, you can still go down. Some people prefer this shallow kind of armhole. Some people want it very free, so if you want it free, you can still go down. You can as well still leave it flat like this. So for me, I think I'll prefer to leave it flat like this, or better still, I should remove this one, just so you understand that all of them can work. So I'm cutting my neckline now. So at the end of the day, my spaghetti will now be fixed at this point. So now our back panel is ready. I'm going to go ahead and cut the front panel. Alright, so here we go for the front panel. For the full length of our front panel, remember it's an off-shoulder kind of spaghetti dress. For the full length of our off-shoulder panel, I'll be going with 8 inches. I'll also add my 2 inches seam allowance, leaving it at 10 inches, which is here. So I'll place my back panel on top of my front panel now, just to make use of this curve at the back panel. This is our zip allowance. I'm going to fold it along this folded edge of our front panel. So this is it. This is for the front panel. I will cut it out. So this is for the front panel. It's going to be at the lower part. So for the upper part of our front panel, I'll be using the measurement of 8 inches. I will also add 2 inches extra. The reason I'm putting these 2 inches is for where the elastic will sit, because I'll be putting elastic at the neck side. So I'll be making it 10 inches, which is here. So I'll just take my 10 inches measurement all the way through the material. Then for the quantity of the fold I'll be having at my chest part, it depends on your material. Since I'm using only 1 yard of Ankara fabric, it means I don't have plenty material. Not that it will not be enough, but the fold will not be so much. So if you want your fold or the gathers at the bust area to be so much, you will be needing more material. So for this one, I'll just use 20 inches when folded. That is 40 inches. Okay, I will also cut it. So this is what we have. So this is it. This is my actual length of the upper part, I mean the bust line area. So I will now fold it to provide for where my elastic, if you want to use elastic, or your band that is going to also form the spaghetti sleeve, will pass through. So I will just go to my machine, stitch it all the way round. So here is the chest area of the front panel of our gown, of our top, sorry. I had to line it to give it a little weight. I've also made a fold where my rope or elastic, depending on the one you want to use, which is going to still form the spaghetti hand, will pass through. I also made the fold. Okay, now I'm going to go in by 7 inches. That is my choice anyway. This is where my spaghetti hand will start from. Okay, also if you still want to determine it and make sure you are having even measurement, you can still place your back panel against the front panel. You can see it still fell on the 7 inches. So I will just carve out this little armhole I made here. So I'm going to cut along this area. This is going to form my armhole. All other places should be intact. Okay, with that done, this is our back panel. You can see this line I made here. I'm going to line it up to this point. It is optional. If you like, you can line it throughout, but I want to leave my lining here if you are following. So now I'm going to cut out the spaghetti hand or strap. And how do I determine the measurement? I will take away 3 inches from my back side. I mean from my back panel. Remember, because of this neckline, it is supposed to be 7 inches, but because of this neck, I came down by 3 inches. So I am taking it away from my 7 inches, which will leave us at 4 inches. So 4 inches on the 2 back panels will give us 8 inches, and then 7 inches at the front panel on both sides, that is 14 inches. I hope you are following. So for the handle now, we have on each side of the hand, we have 11 inches. On the other side, 11 inches, making it 22 inches. Okay. So that 22 inches, now you are going to still measure your chest area. If you want it tiny, you can do it 6 inches. If you want it to gather, so that some part of your body here will be showing, but if you want it to close up very well, you can measure it from where your bra is and measure it to the other point. Mine is 10 inches, so I will be adding 10 inches to the 22 inches, which will leave us at 32 inches. So for the strap, for the spaghetti strap, I shall be using 32 inches, but I will still include some allowances in case I need to make some adjustment. I hope it's very, very clear. Let's continue. Now I've cut out my spaghetti strip. Yours can be tinier than this one or bigger than this one. It depends on your choice. I will also go to my machine, having cut out the lining as I explained earlier. I'll go to my machine and line the back panels. I will work like this. I will sew from this side, do the neckline. I will leave here open. That is to say, I'm moving like this. This is how I'm going to go. I hope it is very, very clear. So this is the lower part of our front panel, and this is the upper part. What I should do is just to go ahead and print it along this waist line. I'll make sure that all of these materials are contained along this waistline. Okay, now as you can see, I have pleated the upper part of the front panel. I've also joined it to the lower part, so it's now making a full front panel. This here is the armhole. On the other side also, you will still see it, the armhole. I made sure they are neatly finished. Okay, so now remember, the measurement of our spaghetti strip was 32. Remember, we took a measurement from the front line, from our chest line, I mean from this point to this point, it was 10 inches. And then from here to the back was 11 inches. We added all together, it became 32. All right, in order for you to understand it very, very well, this is 10 inches forming the front side. I hope you can see it. This is 10 inches forming the front side. Okay, this is 11 inches. This is 11 inches here. I held it, I marked it with a pin. This is 11 inches. On the other side also, we have 11 inches. I also used pin. This here is our neckline. This is our armhole. Okay, so I made my stitch from here to my armhole. I stopped here. I started from my zip side through my neckline. I also stopped somewhere here. So this little opening here, I will now pass this remaining strip through it, make my stitch, and then turn it over, just so we hide the roughness of this strip. I hope it is very, very clear. Okay, so here we go. So having placed it the way it ought to be, this is the zip area. This is the armhole, the neckline. I will just push it in with the help of my pin to the other side. This is, don't forget, this is 11 inches. So I'll just make my stitch here to hold it firm. I'll do the same thing at the other side. So having finished the spaghetti strap, as you can see, I've inserted it perfectly well. I'll now take our body measurement. My bust measurement is 42. Divided into 2 is going to give us 21. My waist measurement is 36. Divided into 2 will give us 18. And then my blouse hip is 44. Divided into 2 will give us 22. So I'll go ahead and run my machine through it, following these 2 lines. I hope it's very clear. After that, I'm going to finish up the lower part of our top. I'll just fold it and make my stitch and then insert the zip, and then we are done. So guys, this is it. You see how lovely it is. Check out my back. Very, very beautiful and very simple to make. You can actually put elastic here, but I decided to use this as the connecting factor here. If you like, you can use an elastic. Thank you guys for watching till the end. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are new to my channel, please hit that red icon and also touch the notification bell to get notifications as soon as I upload. Till we get to meet again in my next class, don't forget that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and please keep your head straight high. Bye.